Oh my god. Hercules. So this is a new incarnation of this mythological legend, and it stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Hercules. So this is another film by Brett Ratner, who has previously directed the Rush Hour film series, which were really good, and a few other films. And with him, it's a bit of a hit and miss, because he has directed films such as the X-Men: The Last Stand, which was the weakest X-Men film of all, and just kind of like ruined the franchise a bit. But regardless, so Hercules was a pretty terrible film, I would have to say. I'm gonna start out by saying some positives. Positives! So the positives of Hercules are basically the cool action scenes. They were really good. The storyline wasn't that great. A big positive for me was that when you watch the trailers leading up to this film, you thought that a lot of the film was gonna be having like a lot of supernatural themes to it, with mythological creatures and things like that. Whereas when you watch the movie, you actually find out that all these sort of things are just stories told by Hercules' crew, and basically none of these like supernatural elements have actually been seen. They're just stories spreading out this legend of Hercules to make himself look better and more fierce to his enemies. Which I thought was a very cool way to actually look at this story of Hercules, not take it literally, but actually it makes sense that all these like stories of Hercules beating all these mythological creatures was actually just tales to pump him up, and him actually being Zeus's son is, you know, the jury's still out on that one. Negatives. Oh, well, there are a lot of negatives with this film. Basically, the movie was boring. It was just action-packed, and a lot of the story just was shit and didn't make sense. A lot of the sequences jumped around, were all over the place, and just didn't make sense overall. I think that Dwayne Johnson is a very charismatic actor, and he's doing better and better work. And I really enjoyed him in Pain and Gain with Mark Wahlberg, and I think he did a really good performance in there, which saw him take another step up. But doing this film now, Hercules, was going to be a bit of a blockbuster, entertaining film, and no one was expecting Dwayne Johnson to whip out his acting chops. But I guess this sort of film does bring him down a little bit, because he was getting better and better, and now I'm just a little bit disappointed. Another negative would be that basically everything that you saw in the trailer, the good parts from the trailer, was shown in the film, and I guess people enjoyed those scenes the best, like the funny scenes with the guy that can predict his own future. I guess people were laughing at that, and I just didn't find them funny because I already saw him in the trailer like 100 times, and the effect just wore off. So all the good parts are sort of shit now. So overall, Hercules was a pretty shit film. I really didn't enjoy it. I wasn't going into it expecting too much, and it didn't really deliver, but it is better than the previous Hercules film that came out this year, The Legend of Hercules, starring Callum Lutz. I think that was horrible, but this is a bit of a step up, but not so much.
Similar movies to this movie.
So if you enjoyed films like The Immortals, starring Henry Cavill, or films such as The Wrath of the Titans and The Clash of the Titans, that whole series, if you enjoyed those kind of films, then you probably will enjoy Hercules. But if you thought those movies were crap, which I kind of thought they were crap, then you probably won't enjoy Hercules as much, and you will see my point that it's not really a great film. Just has a few good action scenes and has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it. So overall, Hercules was pretty horrible, but you know, if you're in for a bit of a movie night, a bit of action scenes, a bit of the old school mythology action, then yeah, go out and see Hercules. For Ledoux reviews, I give Hercules a 3 out of 10. It is the lowest rating I've given so far, and it deserves it, I guess. It is bad, but I still give it a 3 because I gotta show respect to The Rock, because he's the man. For Ledoux reviews, I'm Sim Jurek, and I'll see you next time.